In this video, we are going to learn how to create and manage Word documents. This section of your exam will cover about 40% of your Word MOS exam. I will just be focusing on the tasks that are likely to be on your exam. The skills that are most likely to be on your exam are the ones that will take an average person about 30 or 45 seconds to complete. These first two, for example, would be way too short to be on your exam. Opening a blank Word document or a template would take all of 3 seconds. On the other end, opening a PDF in a Word document for editing would take you way too long to complete that kind of task. However, inserting text from a different file is a perfect task, and I'm going to show you how to do that one next. If I wanted to insert text from a different Word document, I'm going to first choose where I want to insert that text. So I'll double click in this spot here at the end of my document, and then I'm going to click the Insert tab. And then from there, we're going to go to the text group, and I'm going to click the object drop arrow. That's going to pull up the text from file option, and then I'm going to click on that. And in your exam, when you click on that, it'll take you right to the file you need in the document folder. And let's say we want to add the one day_history. So I'll double click on that, and there is our text from a different Word document. Let's say we want to create a hyperlink in this document to this website. So we're going to highlight this text here, and we want to create a link to that actual website. So we're going to highlight this text, and then the best way to do this, I think, is to right click and then click link, and that'll pull up this insert hyperlink dialog box. Now we're going to make sure that it's the existing file or web page option here, and then just make sure the address is the exact address that we want. And text to display, this is how the text will look on your page. And then a screen tip is something you can add if you want to hover over the text with your mouse, maybe tell people to click here or something like that. And then if we click OK, this becomes a hyperlink. And if you wanted people to actually visit this website, they would have to go to this document, go to this area, hold down the Control button on their keyboard, and then click to open a new window in your web browser that would take you to this website. On your exam, you might be asked to not only find text in the document, but also add a bookmark to it so that we can easily find it later. And I'm going to take you through the first part of that right now. So we're going to go to the Find drop arrow in the Home tab, and then click on that. I'm going to choose the Simple Find option, and we're going to look for the heading Moaning About Mondays, and then I'm going to bookmark this by highlighting it. And then I'm going to click on the Insert tab, and then choose the bookmark icon in the links group here. And from there we can type in a name. Now if you were to type in Moaning About Mondays, it would all have to be one word, or we can just shorten it to Mondays as one word and then just add it here. And now when we go back to our bookmark, we can easily find that section just going to Bookmark Mondays and then go to. Let's say we want to create a hyperlink in this document to this website. So we're going to highlight this text here, and we want to create a link to that actual website. So we're going to highlight this text, and then the best way to do this, I think, is to right click and then click link, and that'll pull up this insert hyperlink dialog box. Now we're going to make sure that it's the existing file or web page option here, and then just make sure the address is the exact address that we want. And text to display, this is how the text will look on your page. And then a screen tip is something you can add if you want to hover over the text with your mouse, maybe tell people to click here or something like that. And then if we click OK, this becomes a hyperlink. And if you wanted people to actually visit this website, they would have to go to this document, go to this area, hold down the Control button on their keyboard, and then click to open a new window in your web browser that would take you to this website. So when we talk about the skill changing the page setup, what it really means is changing the page margin. So let's say I want to get this text a little bit closer to the outside edge of this page. The way you would do that is click on the Layout tab and then change the margin by going to this Margins drop arrow. And you might be asked to change it to one of these default margin options, or you could be asked to go to the custom margins options and then just change them here. So I could change the top, bottom, and right just by deleting what's currently there and then typing in a new dimension. So let's make the top one really small. We're going to make it 0.3 inches, and the bottom one as well, 0.3, and the left one 0.5, and the right one 0.5 as well. So now that I've added custom dimensions to these margins, I'm going to click OK, and this is what our document now looks like. So now we're going to change the theme of this document, and you would find that in the Design tab. So I'll click there, and then on the left side here, there's a Themes drop arrow. So I'll click that, and then you can also kind of just play around with the style of your document just by hovering your mouse over top of a few of these. But on your exam, you'll be asked to go to a very specific one, so it wouldn't hurt to become a little bit more familiar with some of these. I'm going to choose the Slice one because it's still a little bit blue, but it's a different theme than the default Office one. So I'll choose the Slice option, and now that's what our document looks like. When it comes to adding style sets, there can be a lot of confusion because it sounds like we're adding styles, which would be in this Home tab here. So these are styles that you can add to certain text or headings, but a style set would change the whole look of your document just like the themes would. So you would find that in the Design tab, and the style sets are in the Document Formatting Gallery. And let's say I want to make sure that maybe I like the blue theme that's going on here, but I want the text to be black. So I would choose probably the black and white for the words, and then I'll click there, and that's how I would change the document or change the look of the document using style sets in the Document Formatting Gallery. Now we're going to add document properties to this document. So you might have to do that if you have similar looking documents. Let's say I had a copy of this that was red and some people preferred that one, and then this copy that was blue and some people prefer this one. I might want to specify how they differ, even though they're exactly the same document, just in different colors. So you could do that by using the document properties, and then when you search them in your file folder, you would know which one was which. So let's go to add a file document property by clicking on the File tab, and then under the Info tab here, we would click on that. Now your file property that you're looking for, unless it's a title or tag or comment, would not show up. So we're going to have to most likely click on the Show All Properties, and let's say we want to add this as the subject. So this will be the blue version of the document that we created. So the subject is blue version. We'll click outside, and that's how you would add a document property to this file. If you were asked on your exam to show all of the formatting symbols in this document, you could go to the paragraph group and click the Show Hide button. This will show all of the formatting symbols in your document, but something that might be a little bit more challenging that you could run into would be, how do you only show, let's say we're only going to show the tab formatting and the spacing formatting symbols. So we're going to hide this, and then we're going to make sure that we don't have to keep clicking the Show Hide button for those to come up, and only those two formatting symbols come up. So the way you would do that is click on the File tab, and then click the Options tab down here. And then from this Word Options dialog menu, we're going to choose the Display tab. And then from here, we can choose tab characters and spaces. So it's only going to show those two, and I don't have to click the Hide button to display my tab character and spacing formatting symbols. So I'm going to click OK, and now you can see them pop up. If I was to click tab, it would show me that. It would show me spacing if I did spaces, but it would only show those two formatting symbols. You might also have to inspect and remove personal information from this document. So the way you would do that is click on the File tab, and then go to the Info tab. Now keep in mind, when you do this, if you've put in document properties, this is going to get rid of any document properties that you've put in. So we're going to click on the Check for Issues and the drop arrow here. Then we're going to choose the Inspect Document option, and then I'm going to click Yes. And once this Document Inspector dialog pops up, I'm just going to leave everything checked as long as document properties and personal information is checked. and I'm going to click inspect, and you can see here that there is personal information and document properties in this document, so you have the option to remove all, and once I've removed that I can just close, and then we've completed that type of task. If you made it this far in the video, you are awesome and also well on your way to passing your Word MOS exam. You can click here for the next video that will cover how to format text, paragraphs, and sections. I'll see you there.